Hey guys, thanks for coming back. I'll just give the room a moment here to populate. Yeah, that's weird. I guess Instagram must have done another update. Um, IG before Instagram live sessions were limited to just 1 hour, and then like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was doing one of these streams, and basically I would know when the hour was up because I would get this little countdown timer at the top of my screen here saying you're gonna you got 20 seconds to this ends. So that's when I knew an hour was up. But like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was doing one of these videos, and that timer never showed up, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, anyways, so at like an hour and a half, I was like, okay, like I think I'm gonna get cut off soon, so maybe I'll just end it here. And then it turned out that that video was long, and then the week after, I did a long video as well. So I figured, oh, okay, well now that IG and before you couldn't save these videos to IGTV. What would happen is you would take these live sessions and you could post them to your story, and that was it. And if you save at the end of these live streams, you have a button to save. But for like the last many weeks now, I would hit that save button and the video wouldn't save. So then I would have to go through this whole thing of trying to rip the video from Instagram Live and then put it up on the YouTube. And ripping from Instagram Live, not easy. So yeah, right now, after these live sessions, you can save it directly to IGTV, and then you can use these websites that will rip videos from IGTV, and then I do that, and then I save it to. You're doing this live stream from jail? No, this is my house. It's where I live. Yeah, sorry. These are my walls. I like it this way. What was I saying? Yep. So today was the first time that Instagram, in a couple of weeks, that Instagram cut me off in an hour. So anyways, I'm back. Let me just, finish up what I was doing here. I was showing off some of these fall winter items. So this week's a two-parter. Thanks for tuning back in. I was saying with the Yahan selvage that, is the MIJ7. So the indigo denim that looks black, or the black denim that fades to indigo, however way you want to look at that. So 17 ounce, very slubby. We've got that deerskin leather patch, very beautiful. For production, you're gonna have black stitching instead of blue, and we've got the iron buttons. These are very special. These buttons are actually, the black ones are iron capped. So the top is iron, but the middle piece are not. But our silver ones are 100% iron. So these will rust over time. Just like the jeans will fade, the buttons are designed to rust. It's just with the black, they couldn't do 100% iron. But on our silver versions of these, it's a 100% iron. You don't see that very often. You might see iron capped buttons from time to time, but 100% iron through and through, that's rare. Got the real copper rivets, so these will oxidize and fade as well. You've got the hidden rivets on the inside. Peekaboo Selvage ID, mini selvage edge. I think for production we changed the color of this edge. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to double check that. So Union Special chain stitch hems, raised belt loops, selvage selvage fly. There's so many details in our MIJ denim. So if you are a connoisseur of if denim construction details are your jam, we got them all. This is, our MIJ collection is basically us saying price. We're not trying to live in a world. We're just making the best jeans ever. This is the best. This is the Rolls Royce. This is the top of the top. So this is when we want to go unleash our true form. This is what you get, and the price. It comes with it. And with that said, this isn't even my final form. because we have a double MIJ release this fall. And sorry, I apologize right now because the price of these guys is not palatable for many. But that wasn't the point. The point here was to make the baddest ass jean there could ever be. And here it is. The MIJ 8 Izome. You know what? Let me, I don't even have it memorized yet, but the name of this jean, and on purpose, we had to give the most epic jean ever, the most epic jean title ever. So the MIJ 8, the Intangible Cultural Treasure Hand-Dyed Natural Indigo Big Slub Selvage. Try saying that 5 times fast. Intangible Cultural Treasure Hand-Dyed Natural Indigo Big Slub Selvage. A lot of words in there. So these are going to be very limited in terms of production. It's like 120 pairs between all 3 fits for the whole world. Retail, I'll start with that, is $880. So that's not a small chunk of change. But what you have is one of the rarest denim fabrics you're ever going to come across. And look at that texture. Just look at it. It's unbelievably beautiful. Just the texture alone is something to just, be in awe of. But what makes this denim so special is the rarity of this fabric. This is natural indigo, Japanese grown natural indigo hand dyed denim. This is not the first time we've done a Tokushima hand dyed denim. We've done it before, and I think back then it was like 800, and it was in the 800 range. So price point, this one's a little bit pricier. I mean, inflation. But we always talk to our mills about doing this stuff, and they constantly tell us how difficult it is and how very little of this fabric gets produced. And about a year ago, we were talking about this again, and our guy at the mill was like, well, the person who makes this stuff for us, he's at retirement age. He's done, and he doesn't have an apprentice. He doesn't have a son or family member to carry this on. Like, it's over. When this is over, it's over. So if you want some of this fabric, you get it right now, because we cannot. We're probably not going to be able to do this again. So we got as much as we could. We're making this batch, 120-ish pairs for the entire world, in 3 fits. That doesn't mean a lot of super guys and weird guys and easy guys. You know what I mean? That's 3 fits between 120 pairs. That's 40 pairs approximately each fit. Not a lot. So how does dyeing compare to hang dyeing? This is hank dyeing. This is somebody with their hands dipping those yarns in the vat of indigo, wringing it out, dipping it back in again. And what makes this so particularly special is that, number one, you have the hand dyeing aspect of it, but this is this is indigo grown in Japan. So sometimes you do natural indigo, and that natural indigo comes from China or it comes from India, and they produce beautiful dyes, natural indigo dyes too. But, what makes this one extra special is that even the dye is homegrown here in Japan. So, one of the rarest fabrics you'll ever come across. I think this is, like any kind of traditional craft, it's one of those things that over time you lose these things. And this is one of those moments where, it was one of those, you're not going to see this kind of stuff. In 10 years, you're not going to see it. This is one of those things that are we're going to lose eventually. So, we're doing it. And not only did we, last time we did these jeans made in Canada version, we figured if you're going to be spending this amount of money, we might as well go all the way, Rolls Royce treatment, all the MIJ details, all the nerdy details. If you love details, this is the one. So, wonder if the tatami stretches are how to wash, dry clean. Yeah. I mean, we washed the pair. We put it in the washing machine. You can like. I stress test most of the products that we make, like hot wash, hot dry, and we put that in the washing machine, no problem. So, if you want to just treat it like you would a pair of regular raw jeans, you can. What ounce for the Ayazome? Let me just double check here. 16 ounces. So 16 ounces. These will be. I don't have the release date yet, but stay tuned. So these will be in the fall. I have, like with every fall, I come up with that release schedule and I let everybody know when everything's going to come out. So I will plan that out, and you'll have that information probably closer to the end of July, early August. So watch out for that one. So that is the Aizome Natural Indigo hand dyed denim, and for production, cordovan leather patch. So here we have the deer skin. That's the other thing. We're using shell cordovan for the final production of this thing. Like, even of all of our leather patches, the shell cordovan is like above and beyond the most expensive leather patch we use. Like, not even by a little bit, by like a lot of it. It's a very rare leather to get, and you don't see people using that on leather patches for jeans. That's reserved for like the best boots, the best shoes, the best belts. Putting it on a pair of jeans. We're making sure that every cent that you put into this jean is represented, in that price. So there's no zero corners cut on this one. This is Rolls Royce treatment, white glove, red carpet treatment all the way. It's going to even come in like a pine box. So this is a very special release, and I hope you guys enjoy that one. Oh, what does the selvage look like on these? Let me give you a view of that, and then I'm going to call it a day. Shell cordovan is made from horse, and there isn't enough in the world to meet the demand right now. That's right. Like I said, it is very, very rare. And that's the Selvage ID. So it's like this pinky kind of vintagey looking color. You'll notice more pinky Selvage IDs from us. I really like that because it's that faded red. I love it. So you're gonna see more of it. How to wash my Toxic Avenger jeans? That patch got messed up, like Toxic and stuff. Yeah, it does fade. I mean, any of those like inky ones, they do fade. They're designed to fade. Mine is pretty faded as well, so it's part of it. Okay, well, thank you for joining me on part 2 of Friday Night Live streams here. I'll be back again next Friday. If you want to send me, if you have any questions, whatever, send me a comment. Send me a DM. I will answer them as I can. I think I've been pretty good lately with answering the questions. Also, if you have a pair of faded jeans that you are interested in trading in to Naked and Famous, we are looking for your trade-ins. So a nice faded pair, maybe you're not wearing that anymore, you want to give it a second life, send me a DM. We will pay for that shipping back from you guys. We'll give you 20% off a new pair, and we will preserve that jean and showcase that jean forever. So that's the way that's the way the news goes. Got a pair of the Crossroads today. Enjoy that jean. You know who wears that jean a lot? Brandon, the founder owner of Naked and Famous Denim. He wears those a lot, and it's a fun pair to wear. You will definitely get a lot of compliments on that one. Okay. What do I do with my faded jeans? They, for the most part, end up on the wall of fades at our HQ and in our store in New York City. So I have a couple of pairs still with me, but when I grow out of them, it depresses me. I've gained a lot of weight. I think a lot of people have. We're kind of at home eating chips and stuff all day. Anyways, I gotta lose some weight. But uh, yeah, that's why for me when my jeans I can't wear them anymore. They go on my on the wall of face. So right now I've still got some pairs that fit. Hopefully they'll continue to fit for a while. Anyways, stay safe out there. Have a wonderful weekend. Be good to one another. I will see you guys next Friday. Thanks so much for joining me. And yeah, I need an outro. I'm still working on it. Okay, bye guys.